Nintendo has done it. They finally announced a successor to the Nintendo Switch. That being the Nintendo Switch 2, to nobody's surprise. Like, honestly, this has been the most leaked Nintendo console of all time. And while I don't want to talk about the leaks here, mostly because they're unreliable and nobody knows what they're talking about, I still want to talk about what we know about the console so far, which is next to nothing. But one thing we do know is that the console looks bigger. We don't know by how much, but it looks to be a decent amount, at least judging by the comparison photos on Nintendo's website. While staying on the topic of the console itself, the old Joy-Cons will no longer be usable on the new Switch, as the Switch 2 will be using a whole new Joy-Con system and ditching the old rail system entirely. Something that's been theorized for a while now, but finally confirmed. The Switch 2 will now be backwards compatible with Switch 1 games, with an asterisk, cause some Switch 1 games are not going to be compatible. And while not listed, I'm guessing games like Nintendo Labo that require a Switch 1 peripheral will no longer work on Switch 2. And lastly, there will be a Direct on April 2nd that gives us more information on the console, like a price and a release date. Oh, and there will be Switch 2 test sites to get your hands on the console on these dates and in these states. While it wasn't a lot, I'm glad the Switch 2 is real and is finally coming out this year. Let me know what y'all think though. Like, how much would you be willing to pay for it, and when do you think it's gonna release? I got my money on June 6th for 400 beans.